It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. All that and more coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. But tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen going to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 2 to Tyreek for the Miami first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. That is caught, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off, and then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, down at the 33. Back to the ground, Achane. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Tua to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Allen now on 1st down. Into space at the 45 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
First carry for a Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down at 7. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're on a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It fights him on, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, Oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Looking for water, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Allen to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now brings up 4th.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. He's still on his feet. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 56 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done
catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Allen. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Murray diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets a made.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he goes out right around the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime
We
report.
thought this
Take
one
it
would
away,
be a
Coach.
close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Now a give to Mostert running right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 3rd down and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Little short pass here to Hill.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And again, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. On play action, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis from 17 yards out. And the Bills have broken the tie.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Dolphins 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Here's Hardy set to return.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And Diggs has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Allen Allen off the play fake. It's complete to Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here's 2nd and 3.
On play action, Allen. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
A last series form, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here's Tua.
Out route to Hill, complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Tua now on 1st down. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Running the counter with Mostert. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Tua sets up to pass it.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now out come the Bills.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
from the 34-yard line. Here's second and a couple. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And Diggs will have a Bills first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Allen.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
Touchdown, Bills!
Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Dolphins 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
On first down, Tagovailoa.
Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to pass. Tua.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Durham Smythe from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They run the counter with Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 10. Just over a minute 40 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Tua. And he completes it to Berrios. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Tua. That'll be caught by Hill. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So it's a win here for the Bills. And this one, Charles, just too much Josh Allen.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm